Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as the very expansive Portuguese Empire. We are pretty much everywhere in the world except for India and Europe. Oh, and Canada, obviously. We're not contesting Canada. We're leaving Canada to the Scots. Hey, Scottish Greenland. Awesome. We're leaving Scotland and France to fight for Canada. We now have California, we have Cascadia, or rather Alaska, under our control, and we just took a ton of land here in the edge of the Middle East, Horn of Africa, Somaliland, and now we're going to have tons of rebels, uprisings, and coring costs in that region. However, if we can survive it, we now have the option to get to 100 absolutism. So that is our goal. Well, we have a lot of other goals, but that is one of our major goals. Get as high up that as we can. Harsh treat you. We'll let you revolt. Still working to get absolutism. Not as easy as one would think. Especially not when you're to this point. 84 though. And we kind of wait here. There's currently a war going on in Indonesia with England fighting Jahapet. Thank you to the person in the live stream who apparently told me how to say that properly, because I had no idea how to say it. And we are going to go over our colonial limit here. 300 Diplo power. Awesome. Only I was done religious ideas. I'd really like to culturally convert East Africa, so I stop having rebellions here. Unfortunately, trade company and other stuff is going to prevent me from doing that for a while. But the coring's going well, the converting is going extraordinarily well. The monarch point gain could be better though. Unfortunately, there's no buildings you can build to get more power, which kind of sucks. I don't need any of these. Yeah, really don't need any of those. I'll make an investment in this one for trade value a bit and ship costs. And you know what? Since we have a fort there, I'll have the defensiveness. Okay. Malacca should be well defended for the rest of the game, pretty much. And we're still building a fleet, obviously. We also need to build a trade fleet because we have the potential to make even more money from our Spanish trade node, or Sevilla trade node rather. Other than that, we're trying to get this army out of the New World, which is taking time because our colonial nations are not particularly good at conquering things. There is my... Okay, war galleons there. Need a transport ship. Okay, we also want to move this army out of Africa, North Africa as well, if we can. Might as well convert every single province that we can. We're going to convert it all eventually. Japan has a large population of Catholics in it, thanks to us. Oops, and the Japanese rebels attacked and lost versus me. Okay. We're currently trying to fabricate a claim on these guys so that we can attack them and hopefully call their tributary overlord Japan into the war, but see how that goes. Don't have high hopes, really. We still have a ways to go for trade ideas too. However, we have got enough ability to take out the Shoshone and whatever they were. I don't even know what they were. Okay. And be a nice target. Trying to finish off all the Native American tribes, or formerly tribes in the region, just to clean it all up for us. Okay, we're going to be facing lots of rebellions in Africa. The question, are we going to still fight rebellions in Morocco? Probably, but I think we can afford to raise an army in Portugal itself, so that's not an issue. As usual, the English are failing horribly to actually deal with island wars. Hey, there's Cebu. Actually pretty highly developed, 18 development, nice. Shintoist believers, we can finish them off reasonably fast. They won't convert any of the Catholics back. Because I'm sure we're doing this all nice and peacefully. Just walk up to the people and say, hey, do you want to be Catholic? And they say, yes. I really doubt it. The Spanish Inquisition gets all the fame, but the Portuguese did have their own little Inquisition, so that needs to be remembered. Okay, and it's stable for the moment. We have 3 more provinces who I think are getting converted. They are we're not making as much money as we could because our colony maintenance is very high. We could attack Malacca again. Supporting country is back. Unrest must have gotten up there, yeah. Once overextension goes down, that should go away. Don't offend the burghers again, because why not? Because they would otherwise take control of our country, and the last thing we want is them ruling our economy. Oh, we have enough to get a claim here. Curious if I attack that, if Japan will actually intervene. Not sure I actually want to start the war yet, though. No, I guess I actually have cored it all. Okay. I was worried I might not have cored all of Japan, but it appears I have. Japan will join. Awesome. Japan will join in a very dumb decision. Very dumb decision. Oh, Malacca has fallen. There, I thought that fort would be safe for most of the game. I was wrong. Not by much, though. We can actually get a trade idea. Yeah, I'll do that. Another merchant. We're going to have pretty much a merchant in every single trade node we could want in this game, so... okay, so we could transfer trade power out of here. We have 15% of the trade in this node just from 2 provinces. Canton cannot compete with Macau. Okay, that's subdued. Now time to take out Japan's military. Oof. Lots of things to do, really, to conquer the world here. And more separatists, of course. Because what would Africa be without tons of separatist rebels everywhere? Apparently not Africa. Because this is a little bit ridiculous how many rebellions have happened there. Okay. Missionaries are almost done. I'm going to focus on converting Japan probably before I focus any more on Africa. Go to Fallen. Don't think that's going to be enough to piece out Japan, but start. They can't beat me in battle, so they just are going to have to run around and avoid me constantly. Okay, that's Cord. And the conversion of Japan continues. Feel a little bit bad about squashing all these native religions around the world, but unfortunately that's what imperialistic colonizers do. Portuguese particularists, what a surprise. We should be able to raise an army up here to deal with them. Yeah, not a big issue. Curious as to why my naval stuff is so messed up though. Just try and train enough so that that can hold 30 units again. And then we will continue conquering Japan. And the Emperor is dead. Long live the new Emperor of the HRE. Because of course we won the election, because we were pretty much the only person who tried for it. Well, I still have Imperial Authority, which for some reason I have 12 of. 2, 3. If we improve the relation with Liege, we might be able to convert them back. The one true faith. Or at least so we Catholics in this game consider themselves. Not actually doing anything, are you? We still haven't even managed to try and expand into Central Africa yet. I'm really tempted to try and invade these guys and force vassalize them, but they really hate me. They really hate me. Man doesn't have any more forts. How am I supposed to get more war squares them? Don't actually know. This is working, but it's just not letting me know it's working. Great. So there's a bug if you've got 4 diplomats and then you go down to diplomat, it kind of weirdly orphans one of your diplomats. It's really strange. Who joined the HRE? Somebody added a province. Austria added a province. No, actually Ragusa added a province. Awesome. They're a republic, which means I could actually make them another elector of the HRE. I don't know if I should though. Might wait until I've got complete control and can actually do stuff in the HRE, you know? Why give someone else a chance to take over the HRE when I can control it myself? And yeah, quite good. We are actually losing money for the moment. 40 gold being sent to reinforce mercenaries. I wonder we're losing some cash. Okay, those rebels were squashed. We'll need our military to rebuild there. War in Indonesia is not going particularly well for the British, who are not even there. Okay. Some of it's very strange. However, this region is now under control for the moment. Rebels, rebels everywhere. Get a claim on you. And then turn. I cannot enforce religious unity on you because you don't like me enough yet. I don't have much time to enforce religious unity, considering that every month I lose stuff. However, I can stop courting country with 3 stability, stopping it just in time. Maybe somehow we can get Liege's opinion up enough that yes, I can enforce religious unity on them. Good. Because they are a theocracy, they should stay their current religion unless something terrible happens. But considering we are a defender of the Catholic faith, they're not likely to be attacked. The question is, how do we get Japan out of this war? They don't want to give up any land. A little bit reckless of you, Japan, to refuse to give up any land at all. But whatever. We'll just do it that way. We also want to take Ryukyu out of this. So this war over here is going to last a while. Invest in the idea of a naval force. Yeah, we'll do that. Not that we really need to, but we'll do it anyway. Take out those rebels. Oh boy, at least I'm getting good experience killing rebels, huh? Everywhere I look, there's more rebels. Okay, that's subdued. Everywhere here is all rebellious. That's all I can do at the moment. Need to convert it before it'll be stable. Speaking of which, how much longer do I have the reduced autonomy penalty? Oh wait, do I not have that? I might not have that penalty anymore. Awesome. That should stop rebellions for some time. Obviously I did it because it was giving me tons of absolutism, but... Really? Despite me having a fleet there, they still can march through there. Odd. Okay, slowly cleaning up the Japanese military. The Palatinate controls land they should not. Command unlawful territory. It's quite an adventure. I'll give you that. Quite an adventure. We are keeping the HRE intact, which is amazing. Plus we get all the lovely benefits from being in the HRE. Really wish England would win this war, though. Starting to get a little bit annoyed with how incompetent they are being. Not like it's rocket science. Yes, I'm going to get that province first. We also wanted to attack these guys, I believe. Let my colonial nations of 34,000 troops do their stuff. That is a terrible heir who will get fired immediately. 1-2-1. You are a drooling moron in this game. Ooh. No. We've got time. Our ruler's reasonably young. Besides, if he dies, we still keep... Habsburg will take over our throne, but they won't actually union us. Speaking of unions and royal marriages, do we have one with all our allies? No, we don't have one with England yet. Okay. Obviously we can't royal marriage the Papal State, because that would be weird. Got Austria mostly under control. When will Japan leave this war? Soon. Japan is feeling a little bit beat up. Okay, we're smashing Japan's military here, or navy rather. Oh, we sank their flagship. We didn't lose anything, but we demolished their entire military, or entire navy. We're not going to endorse that. Our flagship Calypso's reign of conquest around Japan is unmatched. Okay, Japan we want to piece out. Particularly take some of their coastline. Southern Japan, with the exception of the Korean-held provinces, is now mine. And I have no doubt we are going to face quite a few rebellions in that area, but it's now time to take Ryukyu. Got to eliminate the most dangerous nation in the game, the one that's most prone to conquering the world. Okay, this military is in place. Needs to be used, but is there. Put that in the future. Find all those. Religious center. Huh. Gonna make it a little bit harder for me to convert the Shinto lands. That's cool. I didn't know the Shinto had a religious center there. Makes sense. It seems a little odd to not have it be labeled as a religious center at the beginning of the game, only once you conquer it. Okay, that's done. Barrage it, should fall immediately, then we can take that. We're slowly expanding our control up the coast a bit. We still need an heir. 24-year-old, I don't think he's going to die, but there's always a risk, you know? 24-year-olds still have a chance of dying in this game. We are going to take land. Okinawa, give it to us. Question is the Ming in a coalition versus us? No, good. Do not want a coalition war from the Ming. It would just be stupid to have to deal with that. Can't click on the island to land my fleet, proving to be slightly harder than I anticipated. And then we head back up, 54 days, and then we can end this war Meanwhile, the war in Europe is continuing. North America is slowly going in our favor. We don't really need any more improved relations on Liege, I don't believe. Okay, and should be able to take take it all, hand it over. Again, more expansion in the New World. Oop, who's rebellious now? Mexico. Better Diplotech than me. Okie dokie. It's Mexico's opinion of me. 200, so they should like me, but they are feeling slightly rebellious. So let's do placate local rulers. Clearly we're gonna have to do some work to keep Mexico loyal. Okay. Our conquest of Japan is going really well. We now have trade of Japan mission done. Still can't get established Jesuit missions. Oh, bother. Okay, Korea is our next target, allied to Russia. Interesting. Actually, these guys should be our next target because they're allied to Oxy and their tributary state of An. If Japan is dumb enough to keep defending its tributaries, we're just gonna take it all over. They're gonna waste my time and effort. Might as well take their lands. Okay, that is separatist, or rather, particularist rebels gone there. Don't think we have any other rebel issues. England is most definitely not winning this war. May need to have to send my fleet down there to save my own possessions, let alone England's. That is the dangerous of an incompetent AI sometimes, is you have to intervene to protect them. That should automatically suppress them. This should, when it's converted, work out. I don't know if it'll work in our favor, but it will work more in our favor than it is now. Yeah. Reduce the unrest yearly. Or otherwise. Really need to finish off these idea groups and keep up in tech. Not going so well, is it? Probably shouldn't do advancement of religious act. I can do it obviously once I get the last institution, but... And that is, at least for the moment, Japan under control. North Africa is getting under control. We'll need to go save the British in Indonesia. Huh, colony finished. Good, that'll save me some cash. Shown a minority. We're expelling all these different minorities from Africa. I believe they shown in Africa. It would make sense. You know what? I could just move one of my African armies to Indonesia, probably. No, I should use my large army just in case Indonesia is waiting for me to kill me. Okay, more conversion being done. So I think that this will be it. We are really close to getting control of... Well, actually, we have some stuff there. I'm going to actually boost autonomy here. That way I can move this fleet out. Actually, you know what? Let's move this fleet to Japan. They're really not needed in Africa anymore at the moment. 2 other armies are already in the region. That way they won't be in much trouble there. Fabricating another claim for another war against natives in the New World. These guys are the last targets. Let's see if Spain has managed to get themselves at all out of debt. I highly doubt it. Hey, they've gone down a bit. Only 12,000 in debt. Okay. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. Next episode, I have no idea what we're doing. Maybe we'll pick a fight with the Mamelukes. Maybe we'll just sit around trying to deal with all the inevitable rebels. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.